Boy, you know you make me float, float. Boy, you really give me high. Ooh, I feel like I'm on dope, dope. 'Cause you. I'm in front of my pink light, but I'm gonna do get ready to me to go to bed before a week of eventful moments, I guess. So yeah, I'm gonna go hop in the shower and then I'll be back dressed and we'll get started. So I'm back. Hair's picked up because I washed it, but I do have to do laundry really quick because my second load just finished while I was in the shower. So I'm gonna do laundry and then I can actually do my night routine. So I'll be back. So I'm not done with laundry, but I think I wanted to come on and say something and just blabber while I am doing laundry. And I'm already almost done, but I said in the beginning I'll be real, and this is me being real. Yesterday I had a moment where I doubted God because I was frustrated with my own issues. And that wasn't fair because he had no control over it. And I took it way out of proportion and I realized my mistake. I asked for forgiveness and thank God for his mercy. He today was a whole different day and seen from a whole different perspective. But sometimes you just have to remember at the end of the day, this might break. So if it breaks, I'm sorry, because this is really hard to put on. At the end of the day, whatever happens between you and family, or you and a significant other, or you and friends, even, you always have God. And if you have God, you have all that you need. Don't, I don't want to say waste time, but don't hurt yourself for, no, that don't make sense. I'm going to say don't hurt yourself for somebody else so you can kind of imagine the saying I'm trying to say, because that's not exactly it. But it's like, always know that you don't have one thing or nothing. Because at the end of the day, you have God, and God gives you what He's supposed to give you. And He will show you what He is supposed to show you, which I have been having trouble with Him lately because I need Him to show me some important things. Because lately I have been not understanding the issues of this important thing. And so I don't know how to act on it, and I don't want to act on it based on my emotions because that's not logical. Nor will I know if it's in God's plan if I'm acting based on my emotions. And so I always pray before I go to bed, and I pray in the morning, and I pray for this situation, but I never know where it's going. I can say I wanted to go somewhere all I want, but we don't ever know where anything is going, because if it's not in God's will, it's not supposed to be. That's the hardest part, is knowing what is God's will. And I have a very hard time trying to hear God's voice in like a day to day, or even in a month. But I'm new, so I don't go crazy. And like if I can't figure it out, I'm not going to frustrate myself, because it takes time and it comes with learning and understanding. But just, if you have God, you have everything you need. Do not put yourself to think that you only have this, and if you don't get this, then you're going to hate on God, or you're going to disrespect God, or stuff like that. Because I put myself in that position yesterday and it did not feel good at all. But you always have God. It's not that you need something, you want it. You don't have to have it if it's not in God's will. So do not force for you to have that, because what God has for you could be 10 times better. Or who knows, maybe what you want is what God has for you, but you have to wait, you have to be patient, you need to make it have time. Time has to be exactly right. You need growing up to do whatever you want, or person you want has growing up to do. Like, there's a plan for a reason. So just try to not, how do I say this? Try not to get mad at God for something that He's doing to better you, or your situation, or your relationship, or your family or anything, because it's not fair to him for you to get mad, because at the end of the day, all he ever tells you, and all I've ever heard people say, is that he's gonna tell you, you will understand in the future when the time comes, because everything he does has a purpose, everything he does has a reason. There is a reason for the season he's gonna put you in. So just understand and be patient. And the being patient part is a very big problem I have, because I have a very short fuse, especially that I overwhelm myself with doing so many things during the day to stay busy, because I don't like sitting on my phone, but half the time that's all I do. But yeah, just try to not get mad at God for doing something that he's doing to benefit you. There's a reason for the season. I've heard it so many times. My season right now is recovering and focusing on myself, because anytime I focused on others, it became an issue. And honestly, a big part of that is building boundaries. And I have to find an article for that, because I did find one. I found a book, but it was like $10. And then I heard that it wasn't good at all and it had very low ratings. So now I have to find an article about it, which I don't have a problem with, because I just got my dad fixed an old computer. So I'm probably gonna use that, but I'll probably share the article. My light was turning red and I was so confused. Oh, it's probably gonna die. Okay, well, I'm gonna hurry this up then, but reason for the season, don't disrespect God for trying to help you for your future. And as long as you have God, you have everything you need. I will be back once I'm done charging this, and when I come back, I'll probably have my face routine done, which is really nothing. So yeah. So I listen to my worship music, and then I have Luke chapter 3 study on my Safari. I'm already open to chapter 3. I've done chapter 1 already and 2. I write them in here with my big bag of pens and big stack of sticky notes, and then little mini sticky notes to write little mini notes if I have to. I'll be back and I'll disclose when I'm finished. So I finished my Bible study, and basically most of it was just talking about when John was doing the baptisms. I'm sorry, I don't know how to say the word right, but when John was baptizing and everybody started going to Jesus instead, and John explained how he had to back down as Jesus was greater than him, obviously, and that he was there so John had to become lesser as Jesus became greater. And then it kept repeating on whoever believes in the Son will have eternal life, and whoever doesn't will have either God's wrath or will not experience eternal life. Either or. It said both of them multiple times. But honestly, it was good. And it's currently... Oh, my computer's about to die. It's currently 10:32. I'm going to give myself an hour. So at like 11:32, basically, to do some schoolwork. Well, not really schoolwork. I just have to rewrite stuff because it got messed up in my first book. And then after that, I'm going to knock out because I'm tired. I'm going to have to let my hair out so I can dry overnight, but I'm tired. So once I'm done, I'm going to put my stuff away, pray, go to sleep, and yeah. And hopefully I can either post this tomorrow or I'll probably try to post it tonight, but if I don't, I'm definitely going to try to post it tomorrow because it will be late tonight and I have to wake up at 5 to do Bible studies before I have to get ready for school. And I might record that next week of a get ready with me during the school week. So until I come back, don't miss me too much. Love you. And always remember you have God, like I said before. So I just finished doing a read through of Boundaries for Women, and it starts off like you had another problem. And usually when you can't create boundaries, it's because you feel like you can't say no. Others are telling that your feelings are wrong, or that you can't be yourself and you have to fit in their standards. This one kind of threw me off a little bit because in church we learned that God is our anchor and we need Him to be sustained basically, and not drift. But here it says boundaries should anchor you. And it's not wrong, because boundaries help establish order and a sense of calm, but usually it's God in those moments of chaos and everything. Boundaries are just so you don't get like used. Um, some people have a hard time because they don't want to say no to people, but something that the PDF has said was redefine boundaries as saying yes to yourself and not saying no to others. So instead of letting people walk all over you because you're too scared to say no, you say yes to yourself, but tell them no for your like own health, basically. Um, and if you don't want to say no, that means you get something out of it. A healthy boundary has connection and intimacy for two people, but it also leaves a space for individuality. I suck at speaking English; it's hard. um, some things that are able to do to figure out what these are, which I am going to do when I get the time this weekend or next weekend, is what do I want in life? Boundary issues, which are like shouldn't, can't, or I stink claims, which is like I shouldn't be doing this, or I can't do this, or I'm like such a bad person because of this. Like, draw negative things and then look at what you wrote and how you feel about them. Write your shouldn'ts with no self criticism, and it'll change your view. All of these should. Rewrite your can'ts as feelings, and rewrite your I stink message with compassion for yourself with love. Some of these actions to take are consider your wants, values, and limitations. Be specific. If you want something but you value another and are limited with things, create a step to start a boundary. So it's like if I want to spend time with my family, but hold on. If I want to spend time with my family, but I have practice all week, so it makes me very limited with time by the time I get home. One thing is like creating a start to a boundary or a schedule so I can make everything work. I always eat dinner with family, or on top of that, now we go to church together, and sometimes we go after church together. So that gives us more time as family, which sometimes is not even enough. Actionable, like do things for yourself that are non-negotiable to change for others. So like I do my Bible studies in the morning and I do them with somebody, but if they don't wake up, I'm still doing it. That is a non-negotiable for me. I do my Bible studies every morning. I did my Bible studies every morning. I missed the last 2 days because I was really tired, but I'm getting back on it. And it's just non-negotiable only because of the fact that that is the only thing that makes me feel good. Every time I'm in my word, I feel good. I never want to get out of my Bible, but I can't read it all the time because I do have things to do. Basically, a summary of what I got was saying yes to your wants and needs and values and limitations, develop calm, confidence, and clarity. And then this one, the last bullet point, a very, very last one, is like, you are worth more than being a doormat. You are worth more than being someone's sidekick. You are worth more than staying on the sidelines. And we know we're worth more because of the fact that God had created us in his own image, so we are all worthy in his eyes because he had hand created us with our interests, our looks, everything. So we know we're worth. Sometimes it's hard to keep that worth in mind when going to talk to other people because we tend to let other people go over us or belittle us just because they're a higher authority or just because they're someone we want to be with, or possibly because it does happen in some cases towards parents or siblings or friends. But that's where you need to put a boundary for yourself because you know that when these things happen, you don't feel good about it and it makes you feel worse. So that's when you need to put a boundary for yourself and realize that if this continues, you're not going to feel good. But if you put that boundary and you can stop it or at least be away from every time that it happens, you'll not only feel better yourself, you're putting that boundary that that person should not be crossing. And if they're crossing it, they obviously do not have any respect for you. But I won't be able to do any schoolwork tonight, and that's okay because it's not like homework. It's something I gave myself. But it is 11:17, and I still have to do something about this hair and go to sleep. Is this mic on? Okay, because it died on me before. But yeah, so I have my stuff done. I just have to organize really quick and put my computer to charge. But love you so much. I hope you guys have a blessed and good night. Stay safe tonight. Pray for, is it California or Los Angeles? Pray for them with the fires. They said it in church today. I just have really bad memory. But please pray for them because they're losing loved ones, they're losing homes, and it's not easy to go through something like that, and I can only imagine. So pray for them tonight, and I love you guys so much, and I will see you guys next time.